in New Orleans one more day and go work at Rick's tonight, but I've changed my mind. I'm actually gonna head to Alabama, which might sound a little bit weird, but I have my reasons for going. So I'm gonna go there for a little while, and we'll see where I end up next. But I wanted to mention something about the guy that I went out with last night. So he told me an interesting story that I feel like I should share, and that is, he was telling me about a girl that he ended up dating for a while, and like 5 years, and he met her at Penthouse. So he goes to sit down, he's sitting down, and this is another thing, is just because a guy says no to you does not mean he doesn't like you. He might really like you and be shy. He might feel uncomfortable saying yes because he really likes you. And that happened in this case. And actually, when I was in Austin, I was visiting a strip club with a friend, and this girl came up and tried to work him, and he totally did not seem interested at all. Even to me, he did not seem interested. And he ends up telling her no, and she walks away, and he goes, "Damn, that girl is gorgeous." And I was like, "Why the fuck did you get a dance with her?" And he was like, "I don't really like to get dances." He was like, "I don't really like, to be teased." And I was like, "Why do you go to strip clubs?" And he just does it because, I don't know, he just loves to party. But anyway, he really liked her, and I was like super confused by that. Okay, so that's one, right? Keep in mind, just because a guy turns you down does not mean that he doesn't like you. And as a matter of fact, I was working at Mons once, and this I'm sitting next to a guy, and he's got a friend on his side, and this other kid had been approached girl after girl after girl after girl. The hustle at Mons is ridiculous. It's literally like, poke you in the chest, do you want to dance? That's the hustle. And maybe that's why it's so easy for me to get dances there, because I don't hustle like that. So this guy had been approached. I just seen him get approached by like 4 or 5 girls, like really quick. And this girl comes up to him and, does the same thing, do you want to dance? And he says no. And the second she walks away, he looked at his friend and goes, "Why did I say no?" He was like, "I would have loved a dance from her." And I was like, oh my God. So don't take no as a definitive answer, because it's not always like that. But the story with this guy from last night. So he's at Penthouse, and this girl comes up to him and says, "Do you want to dance?" And he says no. And he really liked her. He was shy. And he said no. And she was like, "What? Why don't you want to dance with me?" And he was like, "I don't know." He was like, "I'm good. I just don't want to dance." And she's like, "You want to dance with me?" She was like, "Get a dance with me." And he was like, "No." He was like, "I'm good. I really don't want to dance." And she goes, "I'm going to give you a free dance." And he was like, "You're not going to give me a free dance. Like, nobody gives free dances." And she goes, "I'm going to give you a free dance." Does a dance with him. And then she's like, "Another?" And he goes, "No, I'm good. Just the one." And she goes, "Really?" She was like, "You want another dance?" And he said, "No, I'm good." And she said, "I'm going to do another free dance for you." And, I'm like, "What?" This happened a long time ago, but I was like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah." And so she does another free dance with me. And when the dance is over, she said, "Do you want another?" And he said, "No." And she goes, "Come to VIP with me." And he was like, "No, I don't want to go to VIP." And she was like, "No, really, come to VIP with me. You'll love it." And he said, "How much is VIP?" And she said, "It's $200 for half an hour." And he said, "Okay." So he goes up, does, 200. She asks, "Do you want to do another one?" And he says no. And she's like, "What? Who doesn't want to do another 30-minute VIP with me?" She was like, "Of course you want to do another 30-minute VIP with me." And he said no. And she goes, "All right, I'm going to do a free 30 minutes for you." And he's like, "Who does that?" And she does a free 30 minutes for him. And after that, he's been going to see her for 5 years, paying her excessive amounts of money. So, I what's the moral in the story in that? Don't be afraid to work for free sometimes. I mean, I've actually heard that in multiple scenarios. Like if you want to get a job, you can, go to work for somebody for free. Like if you really want to work for somebody, maybe just to get experience, maybe to get knowledge, maybe because there's someone that you really respect and you want to learn how they do their business or whatever, because you want to do something similar, and they're not hiring, tell them you'll work for them for free. And you can do that for as long as you want, and you might end up being there for a really long time. You never know. Never thought I'd do a video about this. Don't be afraid to work for free, but shit, and actually this goes along with the law of reciprocity. The law of reciprocity is very, very, very real. People that when someone gives you something, there is this universal law that says that people will want to give back to you. So, thank you. That was a tight turn right there. So anyway, shit, I hope I didn't just take the wrong exit. All right, so anyway, I just wanted to say that, and interesting, just something to think about, I guess. Have a good day. Bye.